Hey guys, kens97sto171 back with another ATS video. Today we are actually live streaming for real. This is the first time. I think I have everything set the way I like it. Got the camera here, looking at the steering wheel and my sim dashboard. I think I like that setup the best, at least for now. We may change things up a little bit. We already have a load on us. We're still in the truck we just purchased. International LT. We are headed to from Ardmore, Arkansas to Fort Stockton. Should be a pretty easy highway drive all the way till we get to, I think, right here. And it's not that heavy, 27,000 pounds. But let's get her going here, and hope you guys enjoy it. All the other videos that I streamed are now live, so I wanted to wait until those had all completely posted before I actually live stream for real. Appreciate you guys watching, if anybody is watching. They're getting a few views on each video, so I don't know whether anybody will actually watch the live stream or not, but I will assume you guys are out there. All right, let's get to it. All right, let's center the camera, park and brake off. I did add some mods back in. I did the all the Z-mod ones, realistic physics, and there's some air brake. There's a bunch of them. I put about 30 mods in there. They were all mostly by Z-mods. I also did put the no damage mod in and a headlight mod that I think it helps with the other car's lights. Let's reset that. Oh yeah, and there's a dashboard, an improved International LT dashboard right there. I don't know whether it shows any additional information. Not totally sure. Nope. Holy shit. Almost fucked that up. We need to go a little bit wider around that corner. Helps if you put it in gear. Okay.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
One thing I notice is you can hear the gear shifter. Come on, what are you doing? Which is not that realistic. Being an automatic, I don't imagine you would actually hear that. I don't know.
Go straight on. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, I'm hearing a little, like, click noise when it changes gears.
Keep left.
So I went in, to the previous videos, I had them set as not made for kids, and I actually had an age restriction put on them. I did change that because it does require you to be over 18 and signed in as a result. And I know not everybody's, you know, signed in to their YouTube account. The main reason I had it set that way is sometimes I cuss, you know, when I'm videoing, and you know, I don't really want young kids to be hearing adults cussing. In this day and age, it probably doesn't matter. The kids probably cuss more than I do, but that was the reason I had it age restricted, on top of having it set as not for kids. But I decided it was maybe a little overkill on the restrictions. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. I meant to turn on my turn signal, which used to be this button right here. And now that's the centering, which is all screwed up now. I hate doing that when you're moving, because it messes with the head tracking a bit. Just muscle memory, that used to be turn signal left, and right. And now the turn signal's up here. I used to have centering as this button here on the bottom, or on the top. I can't remember, one or the other. Yeah, that's external. So it was this top one, which takes you to the interior of your camera, but it used to also center. But that's not how that works anymore. And I couldn't get this D-pad to be configured to auto center with the head tracking. For some reason, the D-pad apparently is seen in Windows as a different device or something. I don't know. I tried some suggestions on how to make that work, and it didn't work, so I just resigned myself to making a different button. Wow. 10.2 miles per gallon average. That's pretty astounding. Like I said, guys, this S13 engine mixed with the T14 transmission is pretty damn efficient. And we're hauling a flatbed too, which should be less efficient than a box trailer.
right.
I almost did it again.
Turn right.
It would be really nice to have a Moza wheel with the turn signal stalks. It's on my list, guys, but, you know, what I have works. I'm also a little bit afraid with the Moza wheel that it would change the ergonomics of where the wheel is, and that I wouldn't be able to use the stand that I have, which would require a completely different setup. Oh, it's 65 through here. I'm going to try going the speed limit on this one, I think.
Keep left.
I ordered a Stream Deck today, too. One of the problems I have is I've got two buttons dedicated to start and ending the stream.
Keep left.
They work, sort of. But with the Stream Deck, there'll be some buttons you can configure for an intro and an outro and things that I'd like to get worked out so that it's a little bit nicer of an experience and it'd be easier for me rather than trying to screw with the mouse and buttons and looking over here and, you know.
Keep right.
Shit.
And then turn right. Turn right. Keep right.
Beautiful sunrise behind us there. I already worked today, drove quite a bit, so already stretching my legs out. Yeah, I think the speedo and tack over there are a little redundant. Because lower right of the little screen in the center, you've got your... I guess that's the speed you're going, and the cruise control speed. Is that right? That's the cruise control speed, yeah. And then the white little number down there is the actual speed. The tack is easy enough to read that you don't really need that, so... you got your headlight switch, turn signals are all right there. Well, let's just get the delivery done. But in this particular truck, I don't think the little tack and speedo thing over there on the left, you know, really help me. It might make it easier for you guys, though, to see what's going on. So maybe that would be a reason to leave it up there. Because that stays in place regardless of how I move my head. So, kind of wish I could move it over to the right next to the map. Hey Stevens, how you doing? Got my first little chat there. Sorry, it's hard for me to look over and see what people are typing while I'm driving and not crash at the same time. Appreciate the view. Why all these trucks are going slow. Speed limit 75. Normally the AI traffic. Really, dude? That's super convenient. Thanks, man. Oh, really, dude? God. I love when the AI traffic changes lanes randomly for no reason. Thanks, man. Yeah, they're still up there on YouTube. It's been a few years since I drove a real rig. But, been thinking about going back. I don't know. But I don't have my CDL anymore, so I'd have to go back to CDL school and do that. No, they certainly don't know how to yield. And car drivers are really bad about that, but in the game, the AI traffic does some really strange maneuvers.
Keep right.
Nah, shit. How far are we to our exit? I think it's a ways yet. No, not too far. Yeah, so we're just going to go over I-20. And then I thought about doing it this way, I-20 all the way to here and over here, but I think this is going to be more direct.
Keep left.
Come on, dudes. Let's go. Yeah, I'll check that out. I've tried a few other map mods in the past, and all it really did was change the icons and stuff. It didn't change its behavior. But, yeah, certainly I liked the visualizations better. But I got used to what all the icons mean in the stock nav, so I'd have to relearn it a little bit. That is one thing I really just wish they would fix in the game, is that the navigation would behave more like real nav, you know. You know, in 2 miles, be in the right lane, exit onto interstate whatever, you know, that kind of thing. Whereas instead of it just saying, keep right, exit now, you know, with too little warning. But I don't think they're ever going to actually fix that. I heard that SES is going to do a complete rewrite of the game at some point. New graphics engine, and the whole game is going to completely change. So I don't know how much effort they're going to put into things like that, if they're going to have to change the whole game in the future. Don't know what the timeline is for that. I think it's a while off yet. One nice thing about the day cab, you can look over this way and actually see behind you a little bit. Last company I worked for, they eventually put me in a day cab, and that was one of the nice things, was the better visibility. Ah, okay, Google Voice mod. Okay. Yeah, I tried a few. There were some different ones, and like I said, the icons, you know, would change, and the I think it had blue for the line you're supposed to take on the road. There were a few other things, but I was hoping it would like actually change how the nav functioned, and it didn't. But I think on the voice I have the British Bryce. I don't know, it's a British girl who talks. You can change the, there's several different voices you can use now.
Keep left.
That lady. Here, see if I can show you. I don't remember where it's at. I think it's in audio. Here we go. Under language and voice.
Ready to roll. Here we are, safe and sound.
And then there's this one.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Okay, that's a little too robotic.
Make a U-turn.
Make a U-turn. That's not a U.S. accent. Same with an old granny.
Caution! Watch your speed! Go straight on. That's right. Now keep left there.
Okay. There was another one. Oh, yeah. Doug.
Keep right. Turn left. Turn right. Exit left. Exit right. At the roundabout, take the first exit. At the roundabout, Take the second exit. At the roundabout, take the third exit.
Yeah, all those, I think I still
At
like.
the roundabout, take the fourth exit.
I think that one's the round. Oh, UK. It's not. Yeah, that is what I wanted. Yeah. Yeah, some of those are kind of funny. Yeah, I run ATS. Obviously, we're playing it, but I also quite a few miles in European Truck Simulator 2. Got quite a few videos posted on that also. Come on. What the fuck? This has been happening a lot lately. Like, sudden stops in the middle of the road that had no cause whatsoever. That's like the fourth time that's happened to me. I mean, that is realistic. Sometimes the traffic just stops for no reason. Yeah, me too. I don't know. That seems like a more recent behavior since the game update. And I've got detours and traffic, like random events, set to 0%. So I don't really understand why that stuff's still happening.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Is this our actual? Yes, it is. Okay.
Exit right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Go straight on.
Yeah, those are two amazing trucks. In my main profile, I've got a whole bunch of W900s and a few Peterbilt 389s. What the hell? It's like I can't make up. What is going on? This thing was not behaving this way last time, jumping in lower gears like that. I don't understand why it's doing that. I wonder if one of the mods I just added in is messing with it. Yeah, I really like the W900. That's an amazing truck to drive. Really good visibility. You can just look to the left. The mirrors are like just in the perfect location. Never drove one of those in real life, though. Never drove a long nose truck. I always
Go straight on.
I always drove the Tupperware torpedoes, as they call them. Yeah, I think it's set to smart shift. I don't know. Gameplay. Yeah, it's set to smart, but it was previously, and it wasn't jumping like that in the low gears. I don't know. One of the mods I added in was a physics mod from Z-Mods. I'd run it previously, so I'm wondering if it's that or something else. I'm not really sure. But it wasn't doing that, like, couldn't make up its mind in the gears on the low side. It wasn't doing that in the last video. Like that. And then, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the weight of the load. This load's not that heavy. Don't know. You can hear the noise when it shifts gears. Sort of like a clicking sound. It wasn't doing that in the last video either. Some of the sound mods that are in here are really cool, though. When you stop and get fuel, you can hear the sound of the gas cap coming off, the pump going, and then the gas cap going back on, and then the door opening and shutting and the seatbelt going on. It's kind of a cool, really makes it a little more realistic and immersive. No, the engine in this is it's 475 horse, I think. And the last load I hauled in, it was much heavier than this. So I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Go
Oh,
straight
motherfucker.
on, and then keep right. Keep right, and then turn right.
My guess is it's something to do with one of the physics mods that I just added back in.
Turn right.
Something's having a little bit of a conflict of behavior. I also feel like it's shifting slower than it was in the last. Because this T14 transmission is really smooth. It isn't a true automatic well, it's a manual, but it is a automated manual and is made as such. And it's really smooth in its shifting. So I suspect it's just a conflict in one of the mods. I could take the mods back out. None of them are critical. It's one of the things I love about ATS and ETS is there's so many cool mods and customizations and things, but you do got to be careful. Some of the ones that are a little older or not as supportive, when they do an upgrade in the game, it can break it, and that's what happened. It kept crashing the game when I tried to load it. I finally figured out what mod it was. I think it was the Yara, yet another route planner mod, which I really liked because it had a banner at the top with all your critical details. Digital mirrors were built in, and something else. I really liked Yara a lot, but I'm guessing it had a conflict with the widgets that they have now. But I've got the main profile working again. But since
Keep
I
left, and then exit right.
since I started this sort of newbie profile, I thought I'd move along with this at least until,
Exit right.
you know, maybe get one garage purchased and some drivers or something, and then maybe go back to the
Get ready to turn left.
other profile I have, which I think I'm at level 76, or it's a Legends profile. And I've got a ton of trucks.
Turn left.
I've got so many garages you can't hire any more drivers.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
It's almost like it's taking so long to shift to the next gear
Go straight on.
that you lose the momentum, and then it decides to go back to the previous gear. I wonder if it's like trying to play the sound, the shifting sound between, and that's delaying it, and then it's too slow, and so it goes back to the other gear. I don't know.
Go straight on.
I have to play with it and see. I'd rather have it shift smoothly than a sound of it. Yeah, I think I'm at 78 or 8. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. One thing is when you got that much, when you're that big of a trucking company, you know, you have basically unlimited money. And so it's easy to go in and just futz around and buy this and buy that and try 5 different engines in the same truck and blow a ton of money doing it. That is one thing I wish they would do, is like when you're selecting what horn you want to put in a truck, I wish they had a preview of what the horn sounds like, so you didn't have to buy it, put it in the truck, leave the garage just to see what the damn thing sounds like. Same thing with the engine. It'd be nice to be able to like hear a preview of the engine sound before purchasing. One other thing is, in the garage, you can't make the garage dark, like totally dark. It'd be nice to see what lights look like, you know, in a dark space. You can turn them on and off with the little button in the lower right, but you're in a lit room, so you really can't see how the marker lights look, you know, in the dark. I wish they'd, because regardless of what the time is outside, the garage is always fully lit. Yeah, I think I tried that one, the train horn. That was pretty epic. But I had a couple of them that were like really expensive, and then you go out in the truck and try it, and it's like, it sounds like a dying cow or something. You know, it's like not the greatest. It's like, well, gee, I'm so glad I spent $1,000 on this horn. It sounds like crap. That's always a bummer. That's why I said a preview would be nice.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Almost here.
Finally, we are here.
How do they want that thing? Alright. So what we'll do is we'll go up and around. Like videos from the game or real life trucking? Or both? Let's see here. Is your YouTube the same name there? Stevens. I'll take a look when I get done here. No, that's unfortunate to hear, man. Oh, shit. I waited way too long to turn back. I almost had that perfect, too. I hate when I do that. You get it almost perfectly lined up and get it in the hole the first time, and then you screw it up at the last second. Come on, go in reverse. Alrighty. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. That'll help. I can click on that. Once I get done with the stream here, I'll check it out. Let's see here. The trailer button. Yeah, 9.5 miles per gallon average. That's pretty great. Let's see here. Oh, thanks, man. That's really a compliment. I appreciate that. Yeah, I used to enjoy making those. It's been a hell of a long time. Um, I actually quit making videos driving a bit before I quit actually driving. I don't really know why. I think I posted a video about that. I hadn't made a video in like 6 or 8 months, and suddenly decided to do it again. I have no idea why I quit. But let me tell you, it was hard to get back into the groove. You get into a rhythm when you're making videos, doing trucking, and after not doing it for a while, it was like, how do I start this? What do I say? It was really strange. Um, but then, I moved and different location, didn't renew my CDL when I moved, and um, I miss it, but I also don't miss the hours and being gone from home and all of that stuff. So, all right, guys. Let me take a look at the. I don't know if it'll let me. We're still in the game, so the stream should keep going. Let's see here. Titles. Yes. Yeah, so here's the active mods that I run, at least in this profile. I've got a ton of them. They're not all active. Some of these I don't end up using that much. Like some of these are really cool. These Detroit two-stroke engines have an amazing sound, but they're kind of unrealistic unless you're driving an old truck. But there's a ton of mods. If they're not green, then they're not active in this. The cab cats are cute. You can put a cat in your truck in a couple different locations depending on the rig. This Mac R series is a fun truck, but I think it's not supported currently in the new release. So is this International 9800, and then there's a Freightliner Argosy. Those three always seem to get deactivated when there's a new update. Here it is, this Argosy. I really like this Argosy because it has an interior almost identical. Like the dash is identical to the truck I used to drive. And then these are all the Z mod ones. This physics mod. Master reverb is required for the sound effects. Didn't like this realistic mirror, this field of view mod. I actually tried that, and I thought it made it worse, weirdly. But then I got a bunch of engine. These are all recorded from real trucks. Wind tire effect mod. Freightliner interiors. This engine here, this 3408 direct injected. That one didn't actually sound that great, surprisingly. This is a fun truck, this K200. It's like the K100, but they sell this in Australia. This is the one I just added, this realistic vehicle lights. It makes other headlights, like oncoming headlights, look better. So, these air brakes. There's another Detroit two-stroke 3406. This is a good one. And these this 12.7 liter Detroit 60 series. These are really nice. And then there's a 14 liter. What was it? This one. This 14 liter Detroit 60 series. A really good sounding engine from Z-Mods. These you have to buy. You have to get them from Z-Mod's website, and then you download the SCS file and stick it directly in the mod folder, and then it shows up here. So it's a little bit less, just a few more procedures you got to do. But they make nice stuff. They're not free. Usually about $6 or something. It's not that much. But you do need to have, I think this master reverb is required. I think that one is required. This air fresheners thing, don't bother with that. It literally, all it does is put a whole bunch of different air fresheners that hang down. It's like, what does that really do? to the game. Nothing. It's just more graphics shit to display. You know, it's not like you can smell it. We don't have smell-o-vision yet. So, but I have a few of these in here. So I did the Z-Mods ones, this improved headlights. These two are really good. This real good headlight for SCS trucks and real good headlight for modded trucks. I definitely recommend both of these. They make your headlights much brighter on the ground, your headlights. It's by Maurice Randall. Those are both excellent. If you have modded trucks, you want this one, and if you just have stock trucks, or just put both of them in there. So I put some of the engine ones in there. Kept it simple. This SES Lowboy custom lights, that one's pretty cool. On the Lowboys, it lets you put a bunch of interesting custom lights on the trailer. So, all right, guys, I think that'll be it for the stream. Yeah, I don't really see the point of the air fresheners. It's just dangling shit off your... I tend to not like to do that. Like some of the CB radios, they got the wire hanging down that, you know, in the cab. It's just more shit for your GPU to deal with, and it's kind of annoying. Same thing with a bunch of clutter all over the dashboard. I just find it kind of annoying in the game. In real life, you probably wouldn't notice it, but in the game, it's just, you know, with the exception of the cat on the dashboard, that can be kind of cute. Yeah, this is the new version, 1.58.1.3. They just did this one this past week. But, and there's some physics stuff that they changed. So maybe that's what's causing the weird shifting, and I don't know. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream here. You guys have a good one. I may do another one here shortly. Maybe get out European Truck Simulator and do one there. So that'll be it. You guys have a good one. Be safe out there. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll take a look at your link there, Stevens. Take care and see you guys.